guys! I'm glad to see you all here today watching my next story. Today's story is a story of ancient god Osiris. It's everything the first story in human history, first love story, the first cheat story, the first fight for power story, the first good guys always win story. And this is a story which is the basement of our civilization, religion, and moral. The story contains a lot of mysteries and secrets. I should ask you guys to like and to subscribe my YouTube channel. Your support lets us to create more interesting and breathtaking videos for you. Thank you for your support. Okay, let's go to the story. Long ago, in the sun-drenched lands of ancient Egypt, the gods walked among mortals, and their stories shaped the destiny of the world. Among them, none were as revered as Osiris, the benevolent ruler of the earth, who brought order, agriculture, and prosperity to humanity. But as the tale unfolds, his light was dimmed by betrayal, only to rise again in a saga of love, vengeance, and eternal life. Osiris reigned with grace and wisdom, alongside his wife, Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood. Together, they taught humanity the secrets of the harvest, the laws of harmony, and the ways of the divine. Their kingdom flourished, but not all celebrated their glory. In the shadows loomed Seth, Osiris's brother, consumed by envy and a hunger for power. To understand the origins of this story, we must journey back to Egypt's predynastic period, a time when human communities were just beginning to organize into the civilizations that would later shape the world. In these early days, the people of the Nile Valley lived in small, scattered villages, relying on the river's annual flooding for survival. They worshipped a pantheon of local spirits, each tied to the rhythms of nature. The river itself was a god, the bringer of life and sustenance, and the stories they told were reflections of their awe and dependence on the natural world. As these communities grew and unified, so too did their myths. Local gods merged or evolved, forming the complex pantheon we recognize today. Osiris emerged as the god of fertility and renewal, representing the life-giving essence of the Nile. His marriage to Isis, a goddess revered for her wisdom and magical prowess, symbolized the harmony between nature's forces. Meanwhile, Seth embodied the harsh, destructive aspects of existence, the scorching desert, the unpredictable storms, and the chaos that threatened order. The society of early Egypt was deeply intertwined with its mythology. The people believed their survival depended on maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic balance. This balance was not merely a concept but a living force, overseen by the gods and reflected in the cycles of nature. Festivals and rituals were held to honor the gods, seeking their blessings for bountiful harvests and protection from chaos. Osiris, as a symbol of life and rebirth, became central to these practices, his story serving as a reminder of the eternal struggle between order and disorder. Seth, the god of chaos and the desert, viewed Osiris as an obstacle to his ambitions. To him, Osiris's reign symbolized everything he despised: order, peace, and prosperity. Driven by a dark plan, Seth began gathering allies from among the forces of chaos, whispering promises of power and revenge. The stage for betrayal was set. The fateful day came during a grand feast hosted by Seth in Osiris's honor. The halls shimmered with gold, and music filled the air as gods and mortals alike reveled. At the height of the celebration, Seth presented a magnificent chest, carved from rare cedar and inlaid with precious stones. He declared it a gift for whoever could fit perfectly inside. One by one, the gods tried, laughing as they failed to fit. When it was Osiris's turn, Seth's true plan was revealed. As soon as Osiris lay in the chest, Seth's allies slammed the lid shut, sealing it with molten lead. Laughter turned to horror as Seth and his followers carried the chest to the Nile and cast it into the river, consigning Osiris to the waters and leaving chaos in his wake. With Osiris gone, Seth seized the throne, plunging Egypt into turmoil. Crops withered, the Nile faltered, and despair gripped the land. But Isis, heartbroken yet undaunted, vowed to bring her husband back. Using her formidable magic, She searched the earth, following whispers of the chest's whereabouts. Her journey led her to the distant land of Byblos, where she discovered the chest hidden within the trunk of a great tree. The locals had unknowingly used it to support a palace. With determination and cunning, Isis gained access to the palace and retrieved the chest. She returned to Egypt, her magic reigniting the faint spark of Osiris's spirit. But the story didn't end there. Seth discovered Isis's efforts and, in a fit of rage, dismembered Osiris's body, scattering the pieces across Egypt. Yet Isis was not alone in her quest. Her sister, Nephthys, and the jackal-headed god Anubis joined her, scouring the land for Osiris's remains. Piece by piece, they found him, and through sacred rituals, Isis wove her magic, reassembling her husband's body. The final and most secret ritual involved Isis transforming herself into a kite, a bird of prey, to breathe life into Osiris. As she hovered over his body, her cries echoed through the heavens, awakening the gods themselves. With her divine power, she conceived a child, Horus, destined to challenge Seth and restore balance. Osiris, though resurrected, was no longer of the mortal world. He descended to the underworld, becoming its king and judge. There, he presided over the weighing of souls, determining who would enter the field of reeds, the eternal paradise. His legacy endured, and his story inspired humanity to believe in life after death. The resurrection of Osiris holds mysteries that still captivate scholars and seekers of truth. Was his resurrection a symbol of the eternal cycle of life and death, or did it reveal a secret of the divine? The ancient priests guarded their rituals closely, and only fragments of their knowledge survive, tantalizing us with glimpses of their sacred wisdom. As the tale spread across Egypt, it became more than a myth, it was a promise. Osiris's triumph over death symbolized hope, redemption, and the enduring power of love. The annual flooding of the Nile came to represent his resurrection, a divine blessing ensuring the land's fertility and abundance. Yet the story does not end with Osiris's rise to the underworld. Isis's actions set the stage for a cosmic battle. Horus, the falcon-headed son of Osiris, grew under her care, trained in the arts of combat, and imbued with the divine purpose of avenging his father. When he came of age, Horus confronted Seth in a series of epic battles that shook the heavens and the earth. Their struggles took many forms, from physical duels to contests of cunning, each representing the eternal conflict between order and chaos. The gods themselves were drawn into the fray, divided in their loyalties. Thoth, the god of wisdom, served as mediator, while Ra, the sun god, watched with concern. Ultimately, the gods convened a divine tribunal to determine the rightful ruler of Egypt. Through his courage and virtue, Horus won their favor, but the trials left lasting scars on the cosmos. As Horus ascended the throne, he restored order to the land, but the tale of Osiris's death and resurrection remained a cornerstone of Egyptian belief. Temples dedicated to Osiris sprang up along the Nile, each preserving fragments of the sacred rituals that Isis performed. These rites were more than ceremonies. They were keys to unlocking the mysteries of life and death, promising followers a path to immortality if they lived justly. But the true mystery of Osiris lies not just in his resurrection, but in the nature of his trials. It is said that in the hidden texts, Osiris faced challenges in the underworld that mirrored Horus's battles on Earth. These trials were both spiritual and cosmic, meant to prepare him for his role as the judge of souls. Ancient carvings hint at labyrinthine paths, guarded gates, and whispered names of power that only Osiris could navigate. What secrets did he learn? Did these revelations shape the destiny of gods and mortals alike? Some believed Osiris's journey was not just a solitary struggle, but a path open to the worthy. Initiates into the mysteries of Osiris sought to emulate his trials, undergoing rituals that brought them closer to the divine. The ceremonies often included sacred chants, symbolic death and rebirth, and the invocation of Isis's protective magic. The priest's role in preserving these mysteries was paramount, yet much of their knowledge has been lost to time, leaving us to piece together their significance from fragments and symbols. Beyond the temples, the story of Osiris inspired art, music, and storytelling that spanned generations. Poets composed verses about his love for Isis, his wisdom in the underworld, and the hope he offered to all who sought the light. Sculptors created intricate depictions of his resurrection, each figure imbued with layers of meaning. Farmers sang songs of gratitude during the Nile's flooding, honoring the god who brought them life. Isis, too, became a figure of universal reverence. Her courage and devotion in the face of despair made her a symbol of maternal love and unwavering strength. Stories of her exploits spread beyond Egypt's borders, reaching Greece and Rome, where she was worshipped as a goddess of the cosmos. Even today, Isis's legacy endures as a reminder of resilience and hope. Seth's role in the tale is no less significant. As the embodiment of chaos, he challenges the established order, forcing gods and mortals alike to confront their vulnerabilities. While his actions are often viewed as destructive, some ancient texts suggest a more complex character. Seth's opposition to Osiris was a catalyst for growth and renewal, a reminder that even chaos has its place in the cosmic balance. And what of Horus, the avenger and restorer of order? His victory over Seth was not merely a personal triumph, but a reaffirmation of Ma'at, the principle of truth and harmony. Horus's ascension marked a new era for Egypt, one that celebrated unity and the enduring power of the gods. Yet his struggles left him with a scarred eye, a lasting symbol of the sacrifices needed to maintain balance. Even as we recount this tale, questions linger. What truths did Osiris discover in the underworld? What secrets did Isis unlock in her magic? The answers may forever elude us, shrouded in the mysteries of time. But perhaps that is the story's greatest gift, the invitation to seek, to wonder, and to find meaning in the eternal dance of life, death, and rebirth. In the land of Egypt, where gods and mortals once walked together, the story of Osiris lives on, eternal as the stars above the desert sands. His tale is a reminder that from death springs life, and from despair, hope, offering a glimpse of the eternal cycle that binds us all to the divine. This enduring legend has inspired generations of seekers, not only in Egypt, but across the ancient world. The spread of Osiris's myth coincided with the rise of trade routes, the expansion of Egyptian influence, and the emergence of a universal yearning for transcendence. From the majestic temples of Karnak to the inscriptions hidden in desert caves, every symbol of Osiris evokes a connection between human mortality and divine eternity. Historians and archaeologists continue to uncover remnants of this spiritual legacy, marveling at the depth and sophistication of its message. Across millennia, the cult of Osiris evolved, adapting to the changing needs of its followers. During the Greco-Roman period, Osiris was associated with Dionysus, the Greek god of rebirth and ecstasy, forging a bridge between cultures. His story was not confined to the sands of Egypt. It flowed outward, influencing philosophical ideas about life, death, and resurrection. Modern scholars often compare his myth to other resurrection stories, suggesting that the universal themes of loss and renewal resonate across cultures and religions. Osiris's journey, however, remains uniquely Egyptian, deeply rooted in the land's rhythms and the people's reverence for the Nile. At the heart of Osiris's story lies the eternal promise that love, justice, and courage can overcome the forces of chaos and death. His resurrection is not merely an ending, but a beginning, an assurance that the cycle of life will endure, and that harmony will always triumph over disorder. The ancient Egyptians believed that through Osiris, they too could achieve immortality, their spirits reunited with their loved ones in the eternal field of reeds. Today, as we look back at the grand sweep of history, the story of Osiris offers more than a glimpse into a distant past. It provides a timeless lesson in resilience, hope, and the power of belief. For the gods of Egypt may no longer walk among us, but their stories continue to shine like the constellations they once commanded, reminding us of the enduring mysteries that shape the human soul. Thank you, guys, for watching my videos. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Your support is very important for me and my team to make more materials for you, guys.